cooking domain, so it's got custom shit. Before I go too far, I do want to give a shout out for our patrons. Scotty O, Cole J, Jess S, Skate P, Mark E, Special K, Christian H, Nathan R, and Jared K. We hope you guys are enjoying the podcast, and we'd love to hear from you about your thoughts on the new campaign. So if everybody wants to introduce themselves, I'll do the recap, and we'll get started.
Hi, I'm Risky, and I am playing Lentil Godfrey. I am a forest gnome cleric of the said cooking domain. And, yeah, we just murdered someone. So, I don't know. He feels good about it, I guess, because that guy was kind of being a douche and felt like he was protecting the innocent. Kinda. But, yeah, he's a little torn right now. Kinda.
I am Relevant. I am playing Juniper Hollow, a half-elf shadow monk. She kind of has a short temper, which led to the death of someone already. It's probably fine.
It's not fine. I'm Mark. I am playing a Wantu warlock named Simon Salazar. A Wantu's like a snake guy. And I am evil aligned, but I did not want to kill someone in the middle of the street.
I'm Jay. I'm playing Victor McCoy, a human gunslinger, and he didn't even fucking blink when he blew that guy's head off. He doesn't care if it's in the street, in the guy's mom's house, at his daughter's house, at his sister's house.
It definitely had to be a female relative's house, though. Otherwise, you'd be concerned.
You're right.
Wouldn't want to do it in front of his dad.
Well, you'd have to, kill his dad, too.
So, as the party has clearly reminded you, they had just killed someone. They had been offered a job from a dark elf before finding out that there's some pretty heavy anti-dark elf sentiment in the establishments here in Falsport. And they got offered a job to carry a mysterious device down to the gate of on the world spine. They don't know what the device does, but they do know that if they deliver it, it will open up a chest with 1,000 gold for each of them. So 4,000 gold in there. That's a pretty good deal, but they have hundreds of miles to travel, and apparently it will be somewhat fraught with issues if anybody finds out about their connection to the Dark Elf. Other than that, they are currently standing on a slightly snowy street that now has a dead guard laying face down in the middle of it. As they sort of come out of the fight that they're in, they see at least one person a couple 100 yards running the other direction, probably to go get more guards.
Okay, well, that's the thing that happened. We need to move this body, and then we can run away.
Can I loot him?
Yeah.
Where are we going to move him?
We're near the hobo area. We can pretend that the hobos killed him.
Do you see all the snow on the ground? I think it's going to be pretty obvious. You dragged him through the snow with the blood and all of that.
I didn't say drag him. No, pick him up and we'll carry him someplace else. I didn't say drag him through the snow.
Bleeding.
Yeah, we're going to get blood all over ourselves. Like right now, I'm pretty clean.
I just try to pick him up. I don't care what they're saying.
Okay. So before
first.
you pick him up, Juniper loots him. He has 60 silver on him. He has a sword, just a regular long sword. Obviously his guard outfit. And he has a wanted poster. The wanted poster has a very caricature-y drawing of a dark elf. and it says "Wanted for Sedition," and it doesn't have a name, but it looks like it might be a really, we'll just say racist depiction of a dark elf. Like they used a black marker or something for the skin tone, and then they drew little like fangs instead of teeth, and it's just meant to look very menacing. But it appears they've been hunting for this guy for a few months. He was initially spotted in where at? He was initially spotted in Lumbura. Coming out, he was caught in, or he was identified in Triceptor in Sacrally, actually. And then, no, in Lumbura. And then he's been spotted a few times since then. It's interesting that he's this far north now. But that's what the wanted poster tells you. And then Simon, you pick up the body.
Yeah. I try
Okay.
to like sling him over my shoulder.
Roll me strength. Yeah.
8.
8. You get the body up. Not particularly like cleanly or anything. It's almost like you're shaking the blood out of him more than anything.
Yeah.
But he's up on your shoulder, and his head and chest wounds are just leaking blood all over himself and on the snow. The stain of red stands out across the whiteness of the landscape quite obviously.
I say, you guys better run. I'll meet you at the tracks. And I start shouting, they got him, they got him. And I run toward where more guards would be.
At the tracks. What tracks?
The hobo tracks. Let's go.
There's hobo.
It was
tracks?
the dark elf. The dark elf killed him.
Okay, so we'll do a party split. You three are going to the hobo bar. And Simon, you're going to try and trick the guards.
Yeah.
Okay. First, we'll do the party. So you guys hurry on your way the next mile and a half to the rail yards, where an overturned rail car has become a sort of the place for hobos who sneak on board the rails that have made it this far north. There's heat inside due to numerous fires, although there's also a fair amount of smoke because it's not well ventilated. And there's a number of jugs of alcohol, most of it homemade, but a few that look probably stolen. The quote-unquote bartender is a one-armed dwarf, and he beckons you inside, and just sort of gestures and points at some cardboard looking stuff that's been folded up and placed on the ground for people to sit on. And he says, what would you like?
I'm not gonna have anything, thanks.
How about you, sir? And he looks at Victor.
You got anything that isn't gut rot?
Oh, nearly everything's not got right. How about I just get you the house special? I'll be 60 silver.
You know, I'll pass.
How about you, Juniper?
Let me think about it a minute.
Okay, I will send a waiter over in a few minutes, but you just give me a wave. They call me Handy. Handy Andy. Now give Handy Andy a wave if you need anything. And you guys sit down to wait. There is a bit of talk. It sounds like a dark elf had come in through the rail yards earlier in the day by hopping aboard one of the trains and had taken off before the guards had searched the trains. And then the guards had busted a bunch of hobos on the trains at the direction of a golden armored guard who is apparently hunting this dark elf. Simon, you carry the body to the nearest guard tower. So there's a large guard tower here. This is one of 10 sort of garrison towns that exist. The guards here are not for the town. They are for the border. They're border guards. But since the town sort of sprung up around it, this is where the town guard also hangs out, is at this tower. What are you yelling and saying as you approach this tower?
I'm just shouting like, "Help! They got him! They killed this guard. He was my friend. I'm pretty sure his name was Eric, and he was we were chasing the dark elf, and he went after him for some reason."
Are you still dressed up as Greg the guard?
Yeah.
Or Craig the guard?
Yeah.
Okay. They come running out and they take him. You're covered in blood too, and they immediately hand you a healing potion and say, drink this. Which way did you say he headed?
He was just headed the other way from the troubling rabbit.
Which way
Definitely.
did he go from the trip? I know that they already sent a team out after him. Where did you get attacked at?
He was holed up near the hobo place, but then definitely went the other way from that, not to the hobo bar.
We'll send a contingent over to the rail yards to look for clues.
Okay, the people he had a couple helpers, and one was a very tall lady with red hair, and one was a normal size gnome, but he has nothing to do with cooking. And there was another lady. He likes ladies. Another lady, and she had a gun. So that's what all these guns are from. These gunshot wounds, you know.
That's good to know. Well, I'll get these descriptions to the top brass, and we'll go after him. And he hands you like a pike, and he says, "Now, it's imperative that we let the townsfolk know that a terrorist in our midst doesn't stop us from getting our jobs done. So I'm gonna send you to patrol the northern marketplace. Now head on up there."
Okay. I leave.
You leave. Where are you going?
I don't know where the northern marketplace is. I'm just gonna head toward where they went, the hobo rail yard.
So we cut back to the rest of the party. You guys are sitting there. You're hearing the hobos talk. A fight breaks out between some of them in the corner. They're fighting over a bag that one of them found on the train. And he's just sort of shouting. He's like, "It's mine! It's mine! I found it! It's mine!" And the other one is like, "Look, you give me that bag. You owe me for getting you off the train the other day when they were searching." And they're just arguing and fighting. What are you all doing other than not drinking the awful alcohol here?
How do we know that he didn't go to like report us?
You don't.
No, that's what I'm asking the group.
Okay.
Well, in my experience, he probably did.
And you knew exactly where we're going, and then we still went there?
Yep.
We should probably leave.
Yep.
And this place is gross.
Agreed.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go. What gate are we supposed to go to?
Well, it's pretty far from here, if I'm being honest.
Well, okay, like that weird guy didn't give any description either, and I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Would I be familiar with what?
Yeah, you're familiar with the gate of the world spine. It's like a wonder of the world.
Okay.
But you've done a lot more travel than Lentil has. He's never been that far south. You've definitely been. I don't know if you've been to Secrilli, but you've been to Lumbura.
Okay.
So you've been just north of that country.
Well, it's like I said, it's pretty far, but if you really want to see this 1,000 gold through, which I would say is worth it, we can start heading that way now, as long as the purple-haired friend of ours is up for it as well.
Well, we already killed someone together, so might as well.
Yeah. I mean, the only one who didn't is the one that went straight to the guards afterwards.
Yeah, it's not a good look on his part, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
At about the time you guys are headed out the door, you see a familiar-looking guard, Craig, the guard, approaching, still covered in blood. He's trudging through the snow in quite a hurry towards your location.
Well.
Is there anyone else with him?
Nope, he appears to be alone.
Huh. Is this a trap?
Halt! Who goes there?
If that's what you actually say, Victor straight up pulls a gun on you.
Well, you probably go on keep some of those bullets because there's a bunch of guys coming behind me. You guys did a bad job killing that guy, and it in no way like there's an entire tower and garrison here, so we probably should leave. Or you could give me the
Wait,
chest,
I'm
and I will
confused.
take
Is
it
that-
to the world spide.
Wait, I'm confused now. It started off by sounding like you were threatening me, and now it sounds like you're just telling me that we should all go. Pick a lane.
Okay, you don't have
You
to
did a
go.
real good job at killing that guy.
I mean,
Yeah, he's dead, isn't
the
he?
killing was the bad part because there's so many guards here. You could have killed literally anyone else, and it would have been better than killing a guard.
Well, here we are.
Why would we
He was
kill
gonna
anyone
kill
else?
me.
Okay, well, while we're still having arguments here, there are guards coming behind to investigate this area.
Well, then let's go. You need to clean yourself up. You're covered in blood.
What is your plan as far as leaving? Are you planning to?
Hop a train.
You're gonna hop a train?
Yeah, that's my plan.
Is there trains that go south from here?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the fastest route.
In fact, the trains only go south. The way the organization works here, at least, is that all trains on the western side of the continent either go south or they go east. And all trains on the eastern side of the continent either go north or that's it.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we could jump on a train. Are we familiar with is there checkpoints and things like that we would want to worry about, or?
So there are potentially, none of you have done a lot of train hopping. You've been on trains. You know it slows down around big cities and anytime it crosses a border from one country to another. You know that it's pretty expensive buying round trip tickets, but it's not that expensive to buy tickets to another city inside of a country. It'll still take days to get south on the train. Days and days. And you'd have to hide when guards search the train, as well as probably hop multiple different trains, as many of them are going to turn and head east across the continent to go back up. So, with that said, it is not impossible to hop a train by any means. You could also get a wagon and go by road. You can cut through the woods on foot or on horseback. Those will take much longer, but they don't have the risk of being, a train.
Well, I guess we got to decide, right? Do we want to take the risk of train and have to avoid guards constantly, or do we want to go on foot, which is going to take twice as long.
It feels like the only one that has to avoid guards is the. How married are you to that purple hair? Could you wear a hat by chance, or like? Talk about dead hair before. You could put some of that in there.
What do you mean dead hair?
You said your hair was dead or something like that. Is that why it turned
I
purple?
didn't say that. That fucking guard did.
I think you're misunderstanding. If we hop trains, we're all going to have to avoid gods, not just some half elf with
If we
purple
buy
hair.
a ticket, they don't have any reason to.
Can you afford a ticket?
How much is a ticket?
You guys could go and try and purchase them.
Yeah, I want to go. Let me go find out. I'll do some.
You're
I mean, you
covered
should
in
come.
blood.
No, I'm no longer, but I also no longer look like. So now I look like a snake man covered in blood, I guess.
Which is better
Yeah.
than a guard covered in blood?
At least the guard could talk it off.
Okay.
Well, if you're not careful, I'm gonna say you put all this blood on me, cutting me up and shit. So let's go.
Except you're not hurt.
This
That doesn't
guy,
make sense.
this guy has knives.
So you go to the ticket person. All four of you go?
I don't know.
I'm not fucking going. I'm going to hop a train.
Like,
Okay.
I'm definitely not going if he's going up there with like covered in blood.
Yeah, he's the only one that has blood on him.
Okay. Simon, you
Fuck
go
that
up,
guy.
and the woman says, okay, where would you like a ticket to, sir?
I want to go down to like just Sacrally would be good, or like how far. It depends on how much it costs to get around. I haven't ever gone south from here. It's my first trip up north, so
Well, to get to Sacrally, let's see here. Are you looking round trip or just getting there?
let's just get there because I don't know how long I want to stay, so I don't want to be locked down to a round trip right now.
So, let's see here. Probably your best bet would be to aim for Rexialia in Lumbura. That's about as far south as you can get. Put you right on the main road. So that's 50 gold, 150 for a border pass, another 50 for Rexialia. So that's 250 gold to get down to Rexialia.
Okay, let me. I forgot my wallet, so let me just go get it real quick. I'll be right back though. Hold that
She
ticket.
looks at you covered in blood, and before you go, she says, you do any dangerous stuff?
I mean, do you like to eat meat? Because butchers have to cut up stuff that bleed all the time.
Oh, sorry, I mistook you for maybe a mercenary or something. We were looking to hire, but if you're a butcher, never mind.
I mean, do you need somebody to kill animals? I could do that. Is that the mercenary you're looking for?
He goes, no. You know any mercenaries, you let them know that we're looking for people to help protect the train. Get free passage as far as they want to go, and to make 50 gold in the business. So we're just, we're on the lookout for folks who want to help keep the train safe. Just need to pass a simple examination and, discussion with one of our conductors. So,
Okay. If I
you
see
let
any,
us know.
yeah, if I see any mercenaries around or like shifty characters, I could help do that. I'll keep an eye out. But
Okay, then come back with your 250 gold quick.
Okay.
Next train leaves in 30 minutes.
oh, okay, I'll have to be that quick. That's 30 minutes away, but I go back and try to find them.
They're all just standing where you left them at,
Oh,
hidden in the rail yards.
how's the hobo drinks around here, you guys?
We didn't drink anything.
How would you think they would be?
I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of classist. Didn't know you were like that for such a little guy. Think you're better than hobos, I guess?
At making drinks, yes.
Why don't you whip us some up there, Guy Fieri?
No.
Okay, anyways, we're really expensive to ride on the train to get all the way down there, like I told you it would be. So why don't we? I mean, she had this other idea. I don't think any of us would pass. Speaking with the conductor, she said we could be mercenaries. I told her I was a butcher, so I probably can't do that. But we could hop the train, or she'll pay us 50 gold to protect the train if we can be mercenaries.
What about
So-
cooks?
She did say they want cooks. They probably have cooks on the train
Let-
already.
They
me
probably
get-
need better cooks.
Let me get this straight. We got offered 50 gold. To
You didn't
protect
get
the
offered
train,
shit because you didn't go with
and
me.
What you guys are saying is I'm a cook and I'm a butcher, which is just fucking nonsense, really.
I
So
mean,
why don't we just take the 50 gold and protect the train that probably won't be attacked?
I am a cook. How is that nonsense?
Well, because everyone's a cook.
can you
No.
can you lie and say you're a mercenary?
I guess.
He can't because he already said that he was a butcher, and they're not looking for butchers. So
They're not looking for
Well-
any of you because you wouldn't come with me, you dicks.
well, now we know, so we can go up there ourselves.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, let's go. What's your name again? Purple haired girl? That's all I've heard you being called by.
Juniper.
She's
All
a
right,
half
Juniper,
dark
let's go
elf.
be mercenaries and we can leave the baker and the alleged butcher to, I don't know, do whatever it is they want to do.
Okay, I'm telling
I'm
you, you
going
gotta
to
do something
you,
about that purple hair.
Why does everyone care about the hair so much?
I don't know. Everyone's really obsessed with my hair lately.
Okay, you just
I
keep
think it
it
looks
as
nice.
is. See what
Thank you.
happens.
Okay, so the three you go up. Is Simon staying behind, or is he changing what he looks like and going up with them? What's Simon's plan?
I'm gonna cast disguise self and look similar to the little guy.
Okay, so the four of you go up, and the woman says, "Hello, I'm here to take your money and give you tickets. Where would you folks like to go?"
You guys hiring any cooks?
She goes, "No, we're not really a passenger trained all that much. We do get passengers, but mostly we move goods. And I mean,
But you guys eat.
yeah, sometimes people eat. Usually we make them eat in towns. That's sort of the responsibility of the people on board to figure out how to get food. I suppose we could hire a cook, give you 50% off on train tickets, and call it good.
How much is the train ticket?
It depends on where you'd like to go."
Where are we going?
I cut him off. Well, lucky for you, this was just a trick question. And we are the Rocky Bottom Boys, and we are the top paid mercenaries around. And we are here to protect your goods.
Rocky Bottom Boys, I think I heard of you. Aren't you the boys who did the thing in the place?
That sounds right to me.
She's like, "Huh. Yeah, I do it. I do that. So, y'all looking for mercenary work then, huh?"
That's right.
She says, "Well, we got a train leaving in 30 minutes. We could use a group.
All
You
right.
think you could protect it all the way down south?"
I'm sure we could.
"Well, that'd be
How far south?
ideal." "Oh, well, to the end of the tracks down in Lumbura, at least to the border of Lumbura. Ideally, we'd like to be able to get some people all the way down to Raxialia."
How close is that to where we want to go?
Raxialia is as close as you can get by train to where you want to go.
Okay.
From there, you would still need to take, it'd be a couple 100 miles south on the main road down to the wall.
Okay.
But Raxialia gets you, that saves you weeks probably compared to walking.
Yeah, we could probably go all the way down there. That shouldn't be a problem.
Well, and she sort of looks at you all. She says, "There's shifty folk about, but none of you look particularly problematic." She says, "Keep an eye out for some weirdo covered in blood. Looks a lot like the blood on that gnome there," and points at Simon.
The blood looks the same?
Yes, the same exact spray pattern, I swear. It's funny how these coincidences just line up. The other day, I heard about a new food called kettle corn. And then today, I heard about it 4 different times. It's just nuts. But,
Kettle corn has been around for a long time.
see, that's, again, seems everybody knows about this stuff all of a sudden. And I never heard about it before until yesterday. Anyway, you see a shifty snake man who has a blood spattern all over him like that guy, you let me know. I don't like him.
You just don't like snake people?
I don't like that one. He
Oh.
seemed... She leans up close and he goes, "Suspicious."
Yeah, all slithery and shit.
She goes, "Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Them scalies." Then she leans back and she says, "Anyway, meet with the conductor down on track 4. He'll be in the deep blue train."
All
And
right.
she ushers you away and she says, "Oh, and say Agnes sent you or else he'll just have you thrown in jail."
Noted.
Okay, thank you.
We go.
Okay. Are you guys headed to the train or are you going to hop it?
Headed.
Let's
Okay.
go to the train. Let's get that 50 gold. You're welcome.
So,
Clean that blood off.
With what?
I
Oh,
don't
now
know,
I've
in the
sounded like this
snow.
maniac. This sounds like a weird southern fool. Is there a place to get a bath around here or what?
no. Based on how dirty the hobos all look, no.
It's probably a
Um,
bath on the train, I'm
No,
sure.
this Simon guy complains a lot.
The big blue train you can see is puffing smoke. It's probably going to be leaving here in the next 10 or so minutes. And large, burly Goliath steps out and looks at the party. Says, "Ho! Who are you and what are you doing up here next to the car?"
Agnes.
Well, Agnes sent us. We were hired to help protect the train.
"Oh, mercenaries."
That's right.
Ah,
Rocky Bottom boys.
He says, "Well, I do need to give y'all a little test, make sure you're not here to rob the train." And he says, "If you could each sit down in this here chair, I have a few questions for you."
We all have to s-
Alright,
we have-
A little unconventional.
We all have to sit in the same chair?
Yeah, one at a time. We'll need you to sit in the chair and answer questions.
Okay.
Who's sitting first?
I guess I will.
Okay. Says, "Okay, now, what is the name of your mercenary band?"
The Rocky Bottom boys.
"The Rocky Bottom Boys, huh?"
Yeah, that's right.
I need you to make a wisdom save. You feel compelled to tell the truth.
18.
18. You manage to still lie. The rest of you see a sigil light up on the back of the chair in bright white light. It appears this chair has a minor zone of truth spell on it. And he goes, "Okay, Rocky Bottom Boys. Now,"
That's right.
he says, "how long have you been working together?"
Well, time's relative, and it's always hard to say because time goes by so quickly.
How long is that?
Well, I would say it's relative.
The chair's fine, and he's like, "Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose I can't fault you for not remembering if it's been that long. That
That's right.
happens. Bodies come and go. Now, are you planning to rob my train?
Well, absolutely not. We are here to protect it.
His eyes narrow. Says, okay. Are you trained as a mercenary, or have you merely picked it up along the way?
I am trained in a great deal of things.
He says, you're going to have to answer that a little more plainly.
Yes, I am trained to be a mercenary.
Yeah, the chair lets you get away with that. That's fair.
Yeah.
And he says, well, would paying you twice as much gold make you more likely to protect the train?
I would say that regardless of pay, we are always going to show up with 100% effort, and extra gold just is that much sweeter.
You have to roll a wisdom save or no? You tell me.
Yeah, I should roll one.
Got to beat a 12.
Okay. 13.
Ooh. Okay. Who's next? I need to make sure none of your companions are secretly here fooling you as much as they're fooling me.
I'm gonna go up, I guess.
Lentil sits down
Yep.
and he says, you're quite small in stature. Have you found that to be a problem in your mercenary work in the past?
No.
He says, that's quite surprising. You must be very dangerous. I noticed those knives of yours seem particularly well maintained. Many people find that blood and other things crust up on their blades after enough combat. Have you ever had trouble maintaining your blades?
No, I know how to take care of my blades. And people who run into those issues clearly do not know how to maintain them.
Ah, a man of culture, I see.
That is true.
He strokes his mustache and says, do you find that you often are at, or have you ever been in a situation where you have been bid out while doing mercenary work and worked directly against the will of the original person who contracted you?
I don't think so, no.
Do you suspect that that is likely to occur in this situation?
I have no idea.
If you were offered twice the money that I'm offering you now to betray me, would you take it?
I don't know. Are you a bad guy?
He looks and he's like, you are easily the most innocent mercenary I have ever met.
Well, I mean, if you were murdering a bunch of people for no good reason, then I would probably betray you for, like, no money. Because that's just rude.
He strokes the mustache and he goes, have you ever killed a good man?
No.
Chair doesn't light up. And he goes, well, I may have just found myself the nicest, bestest mercenaries on the planet here. Which of you is next? And he motions for Lentil to get out of the way.
Is there any way to tell how far away, like, a bell or a horn for the train would be?
The horn for the train is only about 15 feet away. It's because you guys are actually in the car right now. You're in the train car, and in the actual like engine, and you can see down the hallway here where the actual rope is that you yank for the train whistle.
I'll go next.
Yeah. And while she's doing that, I want to cast Mage Hand and try to sneakily go pull the sound for the train so he thinks it's time to go.
Juniper sits down.
I want to cast Bless.
Bless on who?
I can do up to 3 creatures of my choice within range.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
I guess, yeah, the rest of them.
Okay. So you other 3 have been blessed, which is what? Plus 1d4 on saves?
Yeah, whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, they can add a d4 and add the number.
Okay. So Juniper sits in the chair and he says, "Now, how did a fine young half-elf like you end up with a band of crazed mercenaries, even ones with hearts of gold like this?"
We kind of just stumbled on each other. I was out of the life for a little bit, but I grew up in it.
Chair doesn't go off. Says, if in the middle of this assignment you happen to see that the rear car full of gold was easy to plunder, a portion of for yourself, would you steal it?
It's not part of the deal.
That's true, but I need to know if you would steal it or not.
I told you it's not part of the deal, so no.
Okay. Would you steal it, Juniper?
No.
Okay.
It's not part of the deal. She's always worked on contracts.
So the chair doesn't go off. It says, have you ever broken a contract?
No.
Do you plan to break a contract?
No.
If you found out that I was working for someone you disliked, would you break a contract with me?
Contract's contract.
Now, say I found that your friends here stole from me and I had them executed. Would you break the contract or would you hold to it?
I would hold to it. Contract's contract.
Says, okay, got myself a real mercenary here. Now, and at this point, go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Dirty 20.
20. Okay. The whistle goes off, startling everybody except for Simon.
Uh-oh. Sounds like it's time to go. We're going to be late.
And he's looking, and he looks, and he's like, I didn't think it was that much. Well, yeah. Okay, well, get aboard. Head on back. I'm going to need you all to patrol the length of the cars multiple times a day. That means you're going to need to be going back all 178 cars. Now, there will be little gaps and stuff, but you're going to need to make your way back. Keep an eye out for bandits. Keep an eye out for any monsters that might attack the train. Most importantly, keep an eye on any shifty passengers who might be on here for their own ends. I hear a dark elf snuck in on one of the trains, and I will not have him sneaking his way back out. Not on my train. I don't get passengers I don't want. I'll tell you that right now.
When's lunch? Like when are the times that we eat and stuff, and who prepares it?
He looks and he says, yeah, you can always tell the real mercenaries because they get to the important questions like food. Yeah, you all probably rely on your experienced friend here for guidance. Doesn't surprise me at all. He seems like a merciless, heartless, innocent, heart-of-golded gnome. And he looks and he goes, well, you can have a snack whenever you'd like, as prepared or rationed by yourselves. There is technically a dining car, but it does not have anything but a very small supply of food. My suggestion is, as we end each day in a different town, you take time to go get food in that town. As long as you're back on the train by the next morning, you will be here when we leave. We will leave without you if you are not back on the train by 8 a.m.
I just want to say it might improve morale if we could get someone to actually prepare the food. and not just eat nasty dried meat and stuff.
Well, let me know if you find yourself a fancy chef out here in False Point, and I'll hire them right up.
Okay,
Yeah.
that I'm gonna raise my hand.
he slaps you on the back and is like, "Oh, you're a funny man, funny gnome." And he laughs and climbs up front, pulls the whistle again, and the train starts to lurch forward, just chugging. Where are you guys setting up at? Front of the train, back of the train, on top of the train, and where's your plan?
Kitchen.
Yeah, the Dynacar sounds good.
You're gonna go to the dining car.
Yeah.
Okay, the dining car is 30 cars back. A little bit of a walk,
I am
but it
not.
gives you an opportunity. Juniper, where are you going?
I'm gonna go on top of the train.
On top of the train. Okay. Victor, Simon, you go in the dining car.
Yeah, I'm going with Lentil.
I am going to find like a nice little spot to just kind of tinker around on my gun while also being able to like see outside.
Okay. There's on the way to the dining car, you see a large empty cart. All it's got is like 2 big crates in it, but otherwise it's empty. Makes for a good work surface for you, and it's basically there was no passengers or anything all the way to this point, and it didn't look like there were any nearby, so you'd probably be essentially left alone. You're about
Okay.
10 cars from the front of the train and 20 cars from the dining car.
Okay.
In the dining cart, you guys see that there are lots of food stores, all non-perishable. So like salted pork and salted lamb. There's a bunch of dried fruit. There is various, barrels of water, a few barrels of wine, and a stove. Nothing too fancy, though.
Is everything functional?
It works. It's not. The trains haven't been around for long enough that anything's like worn out or old. It's just, it's made for,
A train.
we'll say like Victor type people who are used to living on canned beans and shit. Like, it is not a dining cart in the sense of they don't have rich passengers on this train.
Okay. And Simon's with me?
Yeah.
All right, we need to clean this up.
Wait, hey, do you think it's weird that we've been together, like all of us, for a little while now, and nobody has said what their name is? What's your name?
Lentil.
Okay, why would I know that? Nobody said it. My name is Simon. Okay, is that
Hi.
nice? Doesn't that feel better?
I guess. I mean,
I didn't.
I felt like we bonded more when we murdered that guy.
Yeah, I didn't do
But-
that. I didn't have a part of that.
Well, yeah. We kind of thought you were going to betray us all.
I didn't think about it, but
Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't, but
I like gold better than betray people I don't know, I guess, turns out. So
okay.
remains to be seen. Stay on my good side. Everything should be fine.
Well, do you want some like decent food or do you want to eat this nasty like salted pork shit?
I could go either way. How much work is it going to be to clean this place up? Like, how about we
A
split
lot.
it 80-20? You could do 80%, and I'll help a little bit.
Let's roll a D100 and find out how much work that would be really quick.
Ooh, that's a 14.
14. Okay, what'd you roll?
Oh, I didn't.
You got to roll 2.
Oh, I rolled. Never mind. Hold on.
53.
53.
Oh, that's God. Where's? There we go. Find the double-sided one. Okay. That's a 71.
71 and a 53. You guys can do that in like an hour.
Yeah, it won't take that much. It's just a little disgusting, and we just clean up some of the counters and just some of the weird, nasty utensils that, yeah, look, It won't take that long.
So do you do little? I have a lot of little guys. There's not lot of little guys from where I'm from. Do you guys like sing a jaunty tune while we clean, or like what do we? Is there anything like that that could help?
This is
help
a known
motivate?
racial slur to you, by the way.
Like anything that could help motivate me to clean? Because I could also just eat the salty meat.
It's
Yeah.
actually a dwarven slur, but you know how racist people are. They just mix anything that looks similar together and apply the same slur across the board. Racism doesn't make sense.
I'm just gonna slap some of the salty meat on the counter and be like, "There you go. I'll just do it."
I might eat the salty meat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of shove you out of the kitchen.
Juniper, you climb up on top of the train. Where are you going? Are you staying at the front? Or are you going all the way to the back? What's your plan here?
I want to go to the middle.
You're going to go to the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the middle, and these are heavy iron rail cars. These are probably where the gold is, just based on the heavier protections on them. In fact, they have a few magical runes on the roof that suggest at least some additional magical protection in addition to the reinforcement of the steel. The wind is whipping by and there is snow in the air. It's probably only going 25, 30 miles an hour, but it's still, that's pretty fast compared to, traveling by foot.
Can I roll just to like see like what's around us and stuff?
Yeah.
Oops. That's a 9.
9. There's lots of woods. From the top of the train, you can see trees and trees and trees. Every once in a while, through the trees, you catch a glimpse of the main road. The road runs parallel to the tracks, south, and you imagine it stays basically within, I don't know, a mile or two of the tracks at all times. Likely they built the tracks alongside the road just because it made it easy to get supplies there. But that's about all you notice for now. You're not spotting anything particularly interesting. It is midday at this point, and you know you're going to Oxapelia.
Okay.
So what are you doing with your gun tinkering there, Victor?
I was just trying to make it a little more advanced in like more closer to a revolver than more of an air gun like it is right now.
Okay. Roll me a mechanics check.
I just want me to roll a d20.
That'll be a d20 plus your intelligence.
Okay. I just got a nat 20.
You make really solid progress on that. You get some changes on that. So basically you have converted it more or less into a revolver style gun.
Okay.
So you can get you can load 6 shots, and you can if you at some point want to play Russian roulette, you can. In addition, it probably has some other quirks to it, but you'll have to use it some to find those out, and you don't have a good way to do that from the train.
Okay. After that, I just want to start wandering the train looking for parts because I want to build another pistol if I can.
Okay. As you're wandering the train, you see there's not a lot of passengers. You do eventually come to a cart full of passengers, and they're they're not rich, but they definitely aren't poor. These people had enough money to pay for tickets, which is a fair chunk of change. It seems like the actual act of even getting on the train is pricey enough that they don't have the ability to push for luxuries. But these look like the kind of people who would probably like luxuries nonetheless. They give you a look, and a few of them pull their bags closer on seeing you. You got a bit of a look to you. They seem a little uncomfortable, but not particularly. And they just sort of hunch down in their seats. There's maybe 20, 30 people in the next 2 or 3 cars that have people in it. Lentil, how's your food going? You want to roll me a cooking check?
Sure. Ooh. Actually, I don't even know what bonus I get for that.
It's
Did we say
wisdom
we were gonna
plus
do-
proficiency.
Okay. So wisdom modifier plus proficiency.
Yep,
Okay, so that'll be a 14.
a 14. Okay, that's decent. Your food turns out okayish. What'd you make?
What did we even have to work with?
On the cart?
Yeah.
Salted pork, dried fruits, salted lamb, wine, water.
Shit. I tried to get something out of that. I mean, it's all salted shit, so
You do, we'll say, like a bit of a stir fry.
yeah.
It's a little sweeter than a stir fry normally would be due to the fact that you're putting some oranges and apples in there. But the saltiness of the lamb that you used offsets it fairly well. It's significantly better than just straight salted pork would be. Significantly better. It is not the best thing you've ever made, and you would never serve it in a normal kitchen. But for, on the move grub, it's better than most camps will ever get.
I would also like to bake some cookies.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I don't remember what you said it was a roll. But
I think it's related to your cooking as well.
yeah, because it said cooking roll. And it said like 1 through 30, basically. So I didn't know what.
Let's see here. Cooking. That was in a message directly to you, not in the Slack.
Yeah, that was on Messenger.
Of course it was. Let's see here. Did you find it?
Yeah, well, like I said, 1 through 5, no effect, but then at the bottom it says 25 through 30, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be rolling, unless it's just a d20.
It's a cooking check.
Okay, so just normal d20 with my bonus?
Yep.
Okay. Ew, that's not great. 15.
15. For a 15, you get to make... how many cookies do you make? You make...
I think it's one. Yeah, one plus my
one
cleric.
plus your cleric level. So you make 4 cookies, each of which heals 2d4 plus your proficiency.
Okay.
So 2d4 plus, I assume, 2 right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So you have 4 cookies that can heal 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
So you guys are all sort of spread out on the train. You're making your spots. Lentil makes himself a decent meal. Simon just tears into some salted pork. He doesn't care. He'd eat fucking people flesh. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh,
I
was gonna say that was my one of my special items was like a magical non-stick cookie sheet.
Okay. It can't be magical, but it can be non-stick.
Okay.
And Juniper is keeping an eye on the surroundings. You guys are prepared to act as actual mercenaries while you secretly work your way towards your new objective of getting the device to the gate. And that is where we will end episode 2 of the Dycairn campaign. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.